All right, it's a day 190, almost to 200 of these things. Got a big dumping of snow last night. Everyone is asking me why Bitcoin dropped 50% in 5 months while gold hit all-time highs. We had the same macro, we had the same uncertainty and the opposite results. And the answer isn't the asset, it's the holders of Bitcoin. So a little bit of context. When IBIT, which is the big ETF from BlackRock for Bitcoin, was launched, it allowed a lot of people to buy the asset much more easily than they could before. And these were the same institutions who were buying tech ETFs, tech stocks, Mag 7. It was the same portfolios and the same risks and the same rebalancing rules. So when the IGV, which is the ETF for tech, sold off, it was all the people who owned the IGV rather, they had to de-risk when this asset was suddenly down 30%. And so they were looking at everything in their portfolios which they could sell. And BTC through IBIT was right there. So Bitcoin itself, it's false to say it failed as an asset. Now, do they own gold? Most of those desks likely not. So here you have this asset. It failed. It failed because it succeeded so much as an ETF. It's the problem with Bitcoin, and that it's changed who owned it. Gold didn't drop because gold's holders were sovereigns, central banks, and they didn't get margin calls during the IGV sell-off or concerns about NVIDIA earnings. Those owners don't rebalance quarterly. They don't de-risk when it's 2 a.m. So here is what most people missed or miss. They're missing still. Bitcoin's holder base upgrades every cycle. Retail got into it when it was 20K. Funds took it to 69K in 21. And this time institutions took it to all the way to 126K in the beginning of October. So each ceiling becomes the next cycle's floor because the sellers get replaced by longer duration capital every time. That's the structural filter which goes on with this 15-year-old asset. So if you want something practical to take away from this video, from the snow, and you want, obviously everybody wants to know when is Bitcoin going to bottom. One, IGV has to stabilize, not bounce, but stabilize. BTC won't decouple until those desks who own both stop selling both. And number two, you want to watch the stable coin supply and whether it's expanding. And that's new money entering stable coins themselves, entering crypto. You don't want to see just existing holders shuffling stuff. Right now it's flat. So Bitcoin will, I believe, go to 1 million on this next run because not because there's like halving math. They will go higher when the last class of sellers gets replaced by the first class of permanent holders. That is what is shuffling in the world of Bitcoin right now. It doesn't have to do with the chart. It has to do with the holders. Day 190, rising dynasty. Have a great one. Stay warm.